Using Spectre MDL in the post-processing mode. Spectre MDL supports the post-processing mode that enables the user to evaluate measurements after the simulation has completed. During the post-processing mode, it executes a MDL script on an existing result database without running the actual simulation. The MDL post-processing is especially helpful if you would like to add new measurements to the MDL control file or the design netlist file to evaluate the measurements during simulation. Note that it's not Spectre MDL command that runs the MDL post-processing because Spectre MDL runs the whole simulation in batch mode. So just use the MDL command to run MDL in the post-processing mode. Here is the syntax to run MDL in post-processing. In the syntax, -batch or B is used to give the MDL control file. The -design or -d switch is used to give the design netlist file, and -raw or -r is used to give the raw result directory file. The first syntax is used if the newly added measurements are a part of the MDL file, and the second syntax is used if the measurements are a part of the netlist file with .measure statements. This slide has commands that run Spectre MDL in post-processing mode. Assume that a MDL script test.mdl was used to generate a raw directory input.raw using Spectre MDL with the below command. Now to rerun the script on the same results, you can use the following MDL command. Then for post-processing of MDL file with the netlist name, use this command with the design switch -d. And this is another example using the FSDB format where the tran.msr contains the measurements for the specified transient analysis results file in the input.raw/tran.fsdb. Here in the Linux terminal window, I have the amplifier design netlist am.ses and the MDL control file as sweep.mdl. The am.ses file contains all the design test bench details with model files included. Then in the sweep.mdl file, you have the measurement statements to evaluate the max value of the out signal, sweeping the supply voltage and temperature values in the for each statements. Here, first let's run a Spectre simulation on this netlist with the MDL control file using the Spectre MDL command. So type Spectre MDL -batch, then the MDL control file sweep.mdl with the design netlist file am.ses. Now press enter. The simulation completes with 0 errors, 0 warnings and 0 notices. Type the ls command to display the newly created files. All the measurements are available in the sweep.measure file. So let's open the sweep.measure file and examine its contents. You can notice that it has the evaluated max value measurements of the out signal. Now, if you want to have additional measurements like the average and minimum values to be evaluated for the out signal without rerunning the simulation, then you just need to add those measurements to the MDL file and use the MDL post-processing mode. So move to the sweep.mdl file and add some MDL expressions inside the measurement alias block for additional measurements with the export statement. Here I have a statement to calculate the average value, and this statement calculates the minimum values of the output. Now save this sweep.mdl control file, then move to the Linux terminal and just post-process the results with the am.raw database using the MDL command. So type MDL to run the MDL in post-processing mode with the raw directory am.raw using the -raw switch. Then the MDL file using the -batch switch. And then the design netlist using the -design switch. And also you can overwrite the measurement results into the sweep.measure file by specifying it with a -measure switch. Now press enter to just post-process the results without rerunning the simulation. You can notice that the simulation completes with 0 errors, 0 warnings and 20 notices. These are notices related to the sweep.mdl file because of post-processing with the for each statements. For now, you can ignore these notices. Then move to the sweep.measure file and reload its contents. So here you can observe the average and minimum values of the output added along with the max out measurements. Thus, the MDL command helps to post-process the waveforms on an existing result database and evaluates measurements. Thanks for watching this video.